Sloan says, I feel like Silk the Shocker's ad-libs have been dissing him his whole career.
Ice Cube said that No Vaseline was the best diss song of all time.
Thoughts?
Yes, I think he has a real case for it because, like I said, not only did NWA not respond, but after that, NWA was a rap. Everybody, I've seen people try to come, like, even when you say with Ja Rule, he still had New York and Clapback. And
he had a couple of joints after that.
And he can still go on his legacy tour.
Yeah, he can still get out. He say, look, Ashanti, come on, let's go get this money. And he can still go get it. You know,
Irv ain't invited.
At all.
Because he's creepy.
But I just remember, like, NWA, I don't remember no interviews.
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole lot of this back and forth after that. It was like he served NWA and that was the end of NWA. Like, that's, if you really look at the dynamic of a lot of diss songs and why a lot of these people don't wind up being mortal enemies as they move forward in life and can actually get a little age on them is because
they really like each other.
You know, like,
it's respect
Jay-Z
at the end of the day.
Diss Nas because he is a Nas fan, and Nas never got on any of his records. That's what that was
until after the
fact. So, you know, and once they actually saw each other, like, you know, it was. I remember Nas told the story.
Who had the sit down interview with them?
That was Sway.
Was that Sway?
I just remember when he said, "Look, man." Like, the first time I actually saw Nas after that, it was not that long after his mother had passed.
Yeah.
And Jay came up to me and he just said, "Hey, man, are you good?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm all right." You know, he didn't want to beat him up or punch him in the face, you know, because at the end of the day, Jay-Z admires Nas.
Right.
They millionaires.
You know what I'm saying?
At that time, now one of them a billionaire.
Yeah. So, you know, I've always thought that when you really go into certain diss records, it's because these people admire each other. Or they might be jealous,
right?
But it's also that jealousy. You know, a lot of times it manifests itself in a certain level of admiration. So
you said that No Vaseline is the GOAT, though, right? As it relates to
that's what it is.
That's both of y'all.
For both the reasons I said. It comes from a place of love, but at the same time, it ended NWA.
What you think, Skiz? GOAT this record?
I'm gonna ride that one.
You gonna ride that one?
I'm gonna ride that one.
Yeah. Hit 'em up, man.
That was my first thought. Hit 'em up was
me.
Hit 'em up made me think somebody's gonna die behind this, and it actually happened. I remember thinking that.
Hit 'em up was tough.
And to be honest, like, Cube was one person going after the whole clique. Like,
by himself.
Hit 'em up is like, hey, I want to get all my boys on here to just say mean stuff about you, and it really wasn't. That song wasn't intended to have the impact. It wasn't a direct hit. Like, it was so spread out.
Got you.
Because it was people who was like, oh, we're just riding for Pac. I don't even know these people to be dissing
exactly
like that.
Right.
Like I said, there's no love. There's no love there. It's just random insults. And
hey, man, listen. If my brother cussing you out, I'm cussing you out too.
Exactly.
We'll figure it out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I understand that energy, but at the same time, it was extra and it was exciting at the same time.
I remember hearing hit 'em up and being like,
because remember, it was the B-side to How Do You Want It?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't on any Tupac album.
True.
Lone said, where does The Bridges Over rank?
Good question. Good question.
The Bridges Over is up.
That's a good one, man.
It is.
You talk about significance.
We're talking. Yeah, this is
That's
Bridges Over, South Bronx. Bridges Over. Not a lot of love in South Bronx or Bridges Over. Now that I think about
what you think, Skiz? Bridges on the Bridges Over. Impact now. That's Impact, right?
Yeah, Impact. I mean, right now,
what he said about Roxanne Shante, I was like, ooh,
you got to lay them out for me to remember them all.
Yeah.
So right now, that's number 2.
Behind.
Mind you, you're originally from New York, right?
Absolutely, and I hate that song.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it, but I hate it.
Gotcha.
Which part you from?
Left Rack City, Queens.
Left Rack City. Shout out to Nori.
Oh, okay.
That's Nori, right? That's Nori, right? Nori's area?
Nah, Nori's Queensbridge. So
Queensbridge, okay.
No, my bad. Nori is Capone and Noriega. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Capone's from Queensbridge.
Nori's
Left Rack.
Left Rack, okay.
Kenny Smith's Left Rack. Kenny Anderson's Left Rack. Akinyele's Left Rack.
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith is from
not
Queens,
from Left Rack.
Not from Left Rack.
We don't want him.
Damn, y'all kicking him out like that, huh?
He can come, but he got to go home.
He got to be going by the streetlights.
Yeah, he got to go.
Okay.
His daddy wishes we need to run.
Nate Jeezy says Dre Day is a hard diss.
It is.
Yeah, keep them coming because
once again, Dre Day to level of love there.
Dollars and cents.
Because easy.
Dollars and cents.
Dollars and cents.
Okay, maybe not a lot of love there.
Yeah, but they love each other now. Though.
Yeah, exactly. It never came to a point where like one of them took each other out.
Overwhelming Slice says Eminem had a dope diss song against Benzino. can't remember the name, but I do remember
that's
hearing
not,
that
that's
record.
not up there. No. That's not making nobody's top.
When
10.
they was ganging up on Ja Rule,
Yeah.
like when Eminem and
Busta Rhymes,
man,
like,
they
just
was slaughtering that man.
Common to be in you.
There's love there because he
Is there love there?
He Common said out loud is like, I was just so happy Ice Cube knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like, and when it came down to it, you know, like they wound up being in a barbershop together.
Yeah, he was in the second one. Yeah, you're right.
It was the third one.
That was the third
yeah.
one? I'm
Yes,
tripping.
sir.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, Dre Day was fire, though. Dre Day was fire. Video was fire. Song is fire. All that was fire. I forgot about that one. Good call on that
Yeah,
one. AJ.
Wankster's up there too. I mean that.
Oh, I forgot about
that ended
Wankster.
Ja Rule. Well, I mean that ain't even the only record that he went at. That was just the first one.
No, the one that's on the oh gosh, what's the album? Dre did the beat.
Which one?
I just remember like
This record?
yeah, there's the disc record. I think it's like track number 10 on Get Rich or Die Trying. It's sold enough records. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Back down, brother.
Back
Tonight.
down.
Back
yes,
Down.
back
That's it.
down. It's a great. Maybe it's
Yeah, that song is awesome.
yeah.
South Bronx.
But
South Bronx.
I still think Ice Cube, because Ice Cube had a lot of built up anger and angst against NWA,
True. Years.
and he went completely nuts on them. And then even how it ends,
True.
how the song just ends, and then man, the beat fades out.
And there's still somebody just talking crazy.
Man, that is serious.
Did y'all ever hear somebody on your local radio station try to play No Vaseline, and there's
No.
really not a good clean version of it?
No, that came out before they could even play that type of stuff on the radio.
This is the thing. St. Louis was wild. There was and it's like it wasn't a good edit at all, because it was like all the curse words would be echoed out, but there were so many curse words that just ran into more curse words. I was like, as a kid, I was like, don't do this ever again. Yeah.
No,
This
man,
record is
that's classic. Shout out to the chat for giving good
Shout out to
suggestions.
whoever was at Magic 108 in St. Louis back in the day and tried to play No Vaseline on the radio.
He said, "Stomped by Young Buck." He said, "When Ludacris went at T.I."
That's ludicrous.
I remember Ludacris and the T.I. one. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
I say to say the TIP off my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I remember T.I. and Shorty Low, rest in peace. I remember that one.
They actually got cool because both of them lost their dad, and that's what made T.I. and Ludacris cool.
Yeah.
Now, I do remember Luke did a song where he dissed Kid and Play.
I never heard that.
Now you got me on that one.
Yeah, you got to look
You know,
it up.
what you know about those
I
kids?
cannot say the name of the record.
Third base dissed MC Hammer, but MC Hammer was gangster though. So
Yeah, but Hammer had it coming.
Yeah, I would have left Hammer alone though.
Because in the Pump It Up video, he decided he's going to diss all these rap. Honestly, I have a whole theory to where, honestly, the whole East Coast, West Coast beef got kicked off by MC Hammer in the Pump It Up video. Go back and watch the Pump
when he
It Up
went to
video.
when he went to New York and was dancing and
No, it wasn't.
gyrating on the stage.
It wasn't even that. At
Gyrating.
one point in the Pump It Up video, Hammer's coming down the street all triumphant in a car, and then you see these dudes in these dusty white shirts and the Godfather
white.
hats, and they were like, "What'd you do?" Like they making it seem like Run DMC was whacking passe, and look, he had some little words for these, and at this point, like you don't diss Run DMC made it possible for everybody to go out here and get this money.
That's a good
so
point.
it's like, oh, for you to diss Run DMC, everybody in New York took that personally. So Hammer kicked off a lot of this foolishness.
Just remembered, like, the most underwhelming diss song with probably some of the best wasted production ever is New York, New York.
Oh,
Yeah, that is. And then they was kicking over buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mean.
That was terrible.
After Tupac did hit him up.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that was before I hit him up, because New York
Was it?
was on Dog Food, which
Sure
was
was.
94.
You
Sure
right.
was.
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
sure was.
And
Terrible
Hit 'Em Up
way to try to
summer
diss New York
'96.
City. And wasted that dope beat.
That beat is crazy.
I
agree.
like that.
It's a good song though.
It is actually
is.
turned out to be a good record though.
It's just terrible.
What he said
Terrible from a
tonight,
diss
I served.
perspective.
What do you say? Tonight I served
1,000
1,000 MCs. Yeah. The chat is still speaking. Long Kiss Goodnight by Big.
Good song.
And Kick in the Door. Lone says Kick in the Door kinda.
Because that was the Nas.
I've been dissing him. Sloan says I feel like 𝐀𝐿 ad-libs have been dissing him his whole career.
Hey.
Everybody thought "Who Shot You" by Big was to Tupac.
Right.
That was the LL Cool J.
Right.
I didn't hear it was to LL Cool J.
I
Yeah.
thought I heard somebody say that though, or am I tripping?
Because it's like, you know, basically he was talking about the old rappers get out the way. Because like it was after he did
Flavor in the Year.
Flavor in the Year.
remix, and like basically Big was not a fan of that verse. Taking it back, that's why LL put out "I Shot You" after "Who Shot You."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Now that you say that.
That was kind of a little back and forth between LL and Biggie.